Hello, everyone. It's Magical Marguerite with awakenmagic.com. Another Be the Expression interview where we are light workers sharing our experience, strength, and hope. And today, I am really, really excited and pleased to have Emily Potter here with me. She actually interviewed me a little while ago on her summit, Living the Dream. So my expression was magic, and her expression is music. So let me just take a moment to introduce her. She's originally from Salt Lake City, Utah. And Emily Potter is, as I said, a musician and a matrix energetics practitioner. Oh, that's really interesting. So I'm going to ask you more about that. A life dream coach and director of the Million Kisses Foundation. She's been traveling internationally since May 2015, supporting her art, utilizing a house concert model within a gift economy. So if you've never heard of anything like that, we're definitely going to ask her more about that. So Emily has performed for audiences in the United States, Canada, Israel, Thailand, Russia, and all across Europe. Wow, it sounds so exciting. She's passionate about supporting people in living their biggest and most impossible life dreams. Emily takes her audiences on a 1-hour dream walk, providing her original music and storytelling from worldwide adventures as a soundtrack of the meditative journey. Welcome so much, Emily. Magical Emily. So glad you're here.
Thank you, Magical Marguerite. I'm pleased to be here. So excited. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're so welcome. So I think the first thing I'd like to start asking about is, how did you start this whole musical meditation dream walk journey and getting it funded by a gift economy?
Oh, I'd love to talk to you about that. So it's something that all of us have experienced where we're in that space talking to someone, maybe at a party or a family member, and they're talking about their dream and their eyes are lit up and they have all this enthusiasm and you're so excited for them and you have all of this energy. And then there's that space where you might ask, so when are you doing this thing that you're excited about? Maybe you're going to India or you're traveling, you're going to start your own business. And then the one buzzkill that happens is people say, well, it can't happen yet, or it's going to be a while, or I can't do it at all because it's too expensive, or I got to pay the bills. And I remember having this experience at a party once, and I didn't know this person, but his dream was to go to India and serve in an orphanage. He had this dream to really just be of service. And then that was the end of the conversation when he talked about, well, I got to pay the bills. I'm not actually planning on going. I just wanted to tell you that was my dream. And then we just had nothing more to talk about. And that bothered me. That really bothered me. It bothered me so much that 6 months later, a year later, I'm still thinking about that conversation and realizing more and more, being more awakened to more and more people saying these things, that they have these dreams, but the money is the reason why they're not. And I wondered if that was really true, if it really was the money or if it was a fear behind the money. And I do absolutely own paying the bills. I mean, I got to pay the bills too. And yet I wanted to do an experiment and make me the experiment. I got really clear, and after doing some inner landscaping work, some foundational core parts of who I am, I actually quit my day job so that I could actually see, is money a real reason why I don't live my dreams? I realized that that's what I was doing as well on my own level. So I quit my day job, and on April 17th, 2015, I set into this space called the gift economy. And I wanted to see if I actually live this dream that I want to do as a musician, with the whole universe, with the whole earth, all of the inhabitants of earth actually support me in living this dream, if I didn't make money an excuse. So I did that. And as you said, I mean, I've had a lot of ups and downs, but I have now lived in a gift economy model, which basically means I give free concerts, and I just open my heart wide and say, if you want to give, you're welcome to. I will receive it, but you're not required to give. These free concerts are my gift. This Dream Walk concert takes people through the essence of a dream that we all understand. We all have dreams. When a dream first sprouts, and when we have our hearts shattered, I have songs around that, and then we might continue to walk, or we might be able to rest, whatever that dream walk, wherever you are on that dream walk. So the actual product that I have is this Dream Walk concert that I'm giving for free, so that people don't even have an excuse for money to not come. They get to come to this, and if they feel inspired, then they can give generously, or they can give a hug, like whatever they desire. And I'll tell you now, as you already said, I've been in this gift economy and giving free concerts around the world, 14 different countries for two years and 3 months. And
good for you.
I'm just starting.
Wow.
So I realized for myself, and the experiment is working, that money is not the excuse. I certainly have struggled, and we can talk about how fun those are. And I'm writing about them, and I'm having people follow the blog along the way. But just to let you know, like that's I really have learned for myself that making no excuse and doing whatever it takes to let the dream living within a gift economy, I'm able to be a full-time musician.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. So would you say that's your most important message you want to share right now, is don't let money stop you?
I would say that it's the one to consider if it is something that's blocking people from living their dream. I have the true passion that people come to earth to live the dream. Now, that is a big statement to say, because we have bills to pay, we have mouths to feed, we have mortgages. It's a big thing to say, because people can't just, quit their job if they have, 4 kids. I understand that. I just don't want the conversation to end there. I want the dialogue to continue, so that the main message that I feel is so important, and not just through me. I'm doing my little world of it over here, but everyone is getting into that place of quality of life, living that dream, finding ways to be creative, to allow that dream to actually blossom, and doing whatever it takes, getting courageous in places that we may not have otherwise been. So I would definitely say, what I have decided to do is I've taken a stand. I embody the stand that money is not a reason to let go of a dream. Instead, take the dream walk and just start walking. So that's definitely something that I love to embody as a message.
Beautiful. Thank you. And because this really is started out for my Awaken Magic community, just to be a voice, to, be a spiritual warrior, just as you're saying, take a stand, but just to stand up and practice speaking and sharing our stories. Could you share with us what your spiritual awakening happened?
Absolutely. It's my favorite thing to talk about.
Awesome.
So when I first, this is really fun. This is a fun little history that I didn't even realize was different or odd at all. When I was 15 or 16, I was sitting under a tree, and I looked at a leaf for a really long time. And you know how the sun can come through the leaf, and it's gorgeous. You can see the little veins. I was 16 years old, and I heard the leaf speak to me. And it wasn't audible, but it was almost audible. And I heard the words, almost as a whisper, "I hold all of the secrets of the universe within me."
Wow.
And I really didn't think it was so strange. I believed it. I could feel it. It was just impactful. And it was only later I realized, wow, people don't talk to trees. People don't talk to leaves, and they don't hear leaves talk to them. That's because I had listened my whole life and have heard this. And that was my first awakening, that something so beautiful and simple could hold all of the secrets of the universe. That was my first awakening at 16. And then I transitioned into understanding when I was 24, 25, that I was a creator. And that comes in music and art and dance and all the different things that I do. That was a very empowering moment for me to own those titles. I did not go to dance school, but I can call myself a dancer. And I feel like that's a really beautiful thing for anyone listening, that they sometimes self-deprecate
Mm.
If oh, I didn't go to art school, so I'm not really an artist. I declared myself as an artist because I love doing art. I declared myself as a singer, not because I've ever taken a class. I've taken voice lessons, but only after I declared it. And that was quite the awakening for me. And it's an encouraging challenge for anyone who is in that space of why don't we just experiment with declaring who we are with these words. I actually put a piece of paper on my door when I was ready to declare it. I said, I am and I just listed what I was. Something about that gave me permission. I gave myself permission to own those titles. And then just recently, I have awakened, and this is my passion right now, is talking about a new relationship with money and what currency really is. And in a gift economy, currency is relationships. So I am the richest person I know. I've made friends around the whole world, and this is the currency. This is what makes wealth. This is true wealth, especially in the world that we're going into. The old world is crumbling. We know that. So currency is relationships. And I had an awakening about my relationship with money, and that this is actually really cool. You're going to love this because you're so magical. My guide said to me, and this is a long story of many, many months of awakening to this moment. Okay, so let me just give you the moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit back and relax.
I'm empowering myself as an empress. This is a word that I've really embraced. I've taken empress lessons from one of the guides that I have who actually is an empress, and I can share that with anyone who wants to follow up with that. I have one of my guides as an empress who comes to me on a weekly basis and gives me empress lessons, which is so great. And it's basically just saying I'm walking as an empress in my life. So it's not that I'm trying to rule over anyone. It's just the way that I carry myself. And also just specifically the rise in that harmony between male and female balance. So as I rise as an empress, I'm connecting to the masculine and to the feminine, and that beautiful harmony within myself and my relationships with men, my relationships with women. It's everything. And so this story that's happened and transpired as my awakening has come to the space where I get to learn what true wealth is and what true magic is. And so here's my little awakening that took months and months and months. My guide said, Emily, if we give you $1 million in one hand and we give you an amethyst crystal in the other, we want to teach you which one is the most valuable. It's the amethyst. The reason why is because it's earth, it's sustainable, it's living, it's an intelligence. It can help you manifest and be creative in ways way beyond the limitation of $1 million. That's actually very valuable, and yet there's a sustainable relationship with the amethyst that can continue. And the way that I created the story in what was happening in the circumstances, I really wanted to believe that the $1 million was a lot more powerful, and I wanted to say, I'm sure about that. But I decided to trust this other space, and it awakened me into this other place. And because I utilized that and my trust, it was a catalyst into this new space. I would even go this way. It was a whole new way. And that's the answer to your question, is this awakening of trusting earth, trusting myself, trusting my heart, trusting the power of crystals. This is the awakening. This is the new relationship that I get to have with the earth, because we are anchoring so much light through our bodies into the earth. Otherwise, it's not useful. It's not useful. It's just beautiful, beautiful, epiphanies, but to anchor it into something that's useful and to manifest with that energy is quite the awakening.
Beautiful. I love that. It's very interesting because just a few months ago, when I have been doing my grounding, it's not really so much into I used to do the core, the golden core, right? But it's the crystals. So as I'm inhaling up, I'm seeing the amethysts and the diamonds, and they're coming up through my feet and up my body and my heart up to, the sun. And so I love that. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. Wow, for sharing and confirming that.
Yeah, it's definitely where we're going. This idea of a new relationship, and releasing fears around money, that we get to say again that the old world is crumbling, whether we like that or not. There doesn't have to be fear around that. It's just new tools. We're creating a relationship with new tools. And what I intend for myself is to trust the earth, trust the elements and the substantial living life that she is more than ever before. And there's an opportunity and invitation that she has for us, that as we continue to trust her and to seek a relationship with the earth, all of this magic and mystery will be unlocked within ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We will learn, ooh, chills everywhere. Woo! We're able to love ourselves because we come from this beautiful earth. We'll be able to have this love that will release so many of the gucky things we got going on so beautifully, so naturally. The things we get to learn, like even just watching a horse, you know how a horse lets go of stress by just going like that. Something about that. Can you imagine if we just like let go of our stress just with like a little shake and like, okay, well, I'm done. Next. Beautiful about that. And how about we just do that from now on? How about that? Lots of diseases can be effortlessly released. So, and I'm simplifying something that's quite serious for a lot of people. So I apologize for anyone who feels invalidated. Definitely just a place that we're going to.
Yes.
Instead of feeling like that we're stuck, because we're not stuck, and we have a beautiful earth that wants to support us so much and being joyful.
Yeah. Yeah. And I love that. That's a great lead in for the question I'm asking everybody is, how do you lean into love? So I'll just.
Oh, I have so much I could say about that.
Yeah.
The first thing and the most important thing I really want to share is I believe that everything and every relationship, every interaction is love or a call for love. I don't know if you've heard that before. It's in beautiful songs and such. But if I really embrace that, everything, like this interaction right now, we're both two shining, beaming people who have love. Like you have love in your heart, I have love in my heart, and we're at our best. We're smiling, and there are times where you're asked, you're calling out for love. There's times where I'm calling out for love. So there's either that beaming, shining, bright being that we are of love, or the call for love. And that approach helps me have so much compassion. I do feel that if I see people as we're all that little wounded animal that gets to receive compassion, then I truly believe that people aren't mean on purpose. They just wounded. They're just hurt. And imagine a sweet little kitty cat with a hurt paw. We would be so kind to that little kitty cat and like, oh. And of course it's hard because their wounds are affecting our wounds, and then we're the wounded animal who then doesn't want to be nice to that little kitty cat, wants to just get our little wounds over here. That assists me in leaning into love, though, so that I don't actually have to take anything personally. If anyone's ever mean to me, ever rude to me, ever anything, I just think, oh, there's the wounded animal coming out. It's okay. I sense that that's a call for love that you have. And so my honor as I interact with this person who's wounded is to treat them as a god or goddess. If I'm able to be in that place, because certainly I get to honor my own wounds as well. But if I am in a place to say, or to just send a blessing, it's my opportunity to then send that energy, send that light, and say, oh, I bless you with the love that you deserve. You are wounded, and boy, do I have compassion for that. That helps me lean in instead of leaning out of love.
So beautifully said.
Thank you.
And very wise for a young one, but you young ones are all coming in already with your lights on anyway, so. Yeah, I love that. And it made me think too, just, you know, as you're speaking and as you are envisioning the future, you know, the more of us that can visualize the new, because we've just all agreed to this holographic world of how it always is, this reality. So as more of us are envisioning the new and feeling it and expressing it, yeah, that'll ripple out, and Mama Earth will be so happy.
And we are definitely, we are the collective consciousness anchoring light onto the planet and raising the vibration and the frequency. If not that, then what? What's the game for? All of the density. I really honor people who are doing it with awareness, that they go into the dark. I honor people who go into the dark, because we deserve to have people who can neutralize that dark, so that it's not actually so scary and have that huge charge. So people seek the dark so they can raise the vibration into it, so that it can feel lighter and less dense. And so anyone who's listening who does go into dark, and that means anyone suffering from depression, I mean, the list is so long, but just, I really honor that there's nothing wrong with you. You're actually being so, I mean, it doesn't, anything I say doesn't actually help, though, because that is a hard place to be, in the dark. I sure have been there myself too.
Yeah.
I honor it, though. You get to be seen and witnessed for going those places, knowing that you're part of the collective consciousness of what we're doing together.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that needs to be talked about more, in the sense of the goddess and the different cycles, because just like nature, and it goes to sleep in the winter, and that is like kind of the dark place. It's just not spoken that we're human, and this is what we do. We're not always in the light. The dark is the resting place. And
absolutely, yeah, having more conversation does neutralize it some more too, so we can celebrate it all. I imagine a world where a child comes into the world and just is celebrated, no matter what they do and no matter what they want to explore. We can't ever disconnect from source energy, no matter how far in the darkness we ever go. We can't ever, no matter how egotistical we think we are. I'm the only one disconnected. It's just not. It's my belief system, at least. I just don't believe that we can be disconnected, and so we can explore wherever we want to explore. And imagine a child coming into the world saying, I want to explore the lightest and the brightest, or the darkest of the dark. And we can say, hey, that's your opportunity to experiment and to create whatever you like in this world. And we don't have to be afraid for them. We don't have to be nervous for them. They'll always be connected. There's always a way to come into that place of, okay, now I've just learned. I've had this experience and I've learned. And I do believe that's the place that we're going, because I actually don't think that we're going to go to a place where we're living in a world of polarity. So I don't feel like we're going to be just in the light from now on. I feel like we if you're an artist at all, the power of having the shadow, the contrast. We don't only want red, or only want green, or only want light. I used to think that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
But then we are living in a polarity universe, so we get to learn about the dark so that we can understand and appreciate the light. So I want that to be with the new generations as well, that everything can be celebrated as an art piece, as a living art piece of who we are. Beautiful.
And we're coming down to the wire here, but you're speaking of adventure, so I'd love to just kind of have your broadening look, since you have been to Europe and everywhere else. What's sort of the flavor of other people? I mean, are you seeing hope? Are you seeing a lot more people awaken and saying, okay, this is good, this illusion, we are seeing the truth, and it's all coming out at once, and it's a little overwhelming, but it's good, or are they going the other way, going, oh, I can't believe what's going on?
Yes, it's such a good question, because I think both are happening. We have to understand that I'm doing something very specific, where I'm a trailblazer in a new world of a gift economy model, being that the currency is relationships. So I wacko to some of these countries, and yet I create audiences of people people who are open to receiving this as a possibility. So it's not actually a fair thing to say, because of course everywhere I went, everyone was really open-minded. Really amazing. They really wanted to hear it and inspired by the message. I very much believe in speaking the language of the audience, so I get to know the audience a little bit before I do my performance. So I had a person in Germany who told me that I was absolutely crazy. He said, everyone in the world is caring about money and getting rich, and you're out here singing about songs and giving it for free. Like, who do you think you are? And yet he felt something during the concert. So he said to me at the end, and he had tears in his eyes, and he said, the next time you come to Germany, I will have 200 people in the audience just for my personal invitation, because everyone gets to know what you're doing. And so there's that. And then I had people who in like small town America who were like, you are whacked. We don't understand you, but you're nice. You know, you're nice. We'll give you a meal. And you're on your way. Okay, you're going to shake things up too much around here. And I bless all of that too. It's all part of it. But I would say in general, people are waking up and forming communities. One of my favorites was actually in Bucharest, Romania, and I hope they're listening right now. I'll send some to a couple of people there. A beautiful tribe of people who are awakened together in Bucharest, Romania. I mean, you wouldn't know that unless you went there and met these incredible people who are meditating together, who are doing ecstatic dance together, vegan and raw foods together. It's happening around the whole planet, and it's really exciting.
Wow. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah. Yes. And I just want to just briefly share something that just kind of came to me. And it is a big mindset switch. Like, I know, busking, because I do that with my partner. I just kind of like jumped into it. It's not something I ever thought I'd ever be singing away on busking at farmers markets or anything. But when I bartended for so many years, it was really easy money to get a tip. And it was, I'd go in the fridge, get a beer, and I get $1. Go in the fridge, get a beer, get $1. And it was like, I'm not doing anything. You know what I mean? I'm popping off a cap, right? So I would love to see that as a mindset switch, when you are giving your gifts and your talents, because I really believe too, yes, that we have many, many gifts and talents, and it's time to really start sharing them. Yeah. And,
being brave to really find out what your heart wants to do, and not doing plan B, but doing plan A, and getting into the grittiness of how scary plan A is, and not actually allowing plan B to have any, because if you give option and give energy to plan B, then there's that safety. But if you don't give yourself a safety, you get to be brave. And that's something that I would call out to all big dreamers out there. You are supported. It does. You have to get to that place. At least this is my experience. I don't like to tell anyone what to do ever. I feel like that part of the journey is to get into that place of this is impossible, and that's when you know you're on track. If it feels impossible, it feels like there's not ever going to be enough money, no one's never ever going to support you, you're right on track. Your heart has spoken, and go. Just take the next step, and then get all of the tools you possibly can to get supported to get to the second step. And then wait, make sure that you feel good about it, keep going. It's still impossible. Keep going, because that's where the power is. That's where the fear is. That's where you walk right through the fear, and there's the power. And then miraculous things can happen. That's the new world that we're creating. People who are brave, standing together and celebrating each other's courage in this way. I get so excited about this.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And I celebrate you and your courage just to, experiment, to go around the world. I mean, there's so much I could ask you about that, but as I said, we're kind of running out of time. Maybe you'll come back again and share how you can, as a woman and your experiences that way, just to go out and travel the world. And
yes. And I do weekly, monthly sessions with people because I get so into being part of the consistent dream building. So if people are interested in doing weekly or monthly, whatever works for their gifts that they want to give in return. I love the passion that happens within that space of those sessions. So that's definitely something I'm offering.
Beautiful. Yes, well, that's a great segue to let us know where we can find you and support you. And you have this beautiful foundation that we didn't even talk about. We sort of did, but we didn't get the name of it.
Yeah, it's called the Million Kisses Foundation, and it's really quick. I can say that it's basically changing the energy around money, where instead of $1 million, it's 1 million kisses, energetically kissing the money, the energy around money, so that it's easily given and easily received as a kiss. So changing the energy around money. So the Million Kisses Foundation. So people can find me and learn more about the foundation at themillionkisses.org. So it's actually the word themillionkisses.org. And you can find me, you can give. I have a whole way people can give on a monthly basis instead of just a one-time, so we can have lots of rewards that I give to people as well on a monthly basis. So you can at least find me and contact me on themillionkisses.org.
Okay, because that's through Patreon, is it?
Yeah, Patreon.
Patreon, right. Yes, that's beautiful. So they can find the page. Would you want that in the YouTube link, Patreon, or the Million Kisses Foundation?
Both are great because you can learn more about me from the Million Kisses Foundation, but to get specifically right into, you can get samples of my music on the Patreon as well. And you can start giving on a monthly basis. People give $1 a month just to be able to have the energetic exchange, or they give $100, anything in between. I had someone who once give a couple $1,000 because they really believe in what I'm doing. This is really big stuff that's happening here. This is a whole new way of seeing money, and releasing the idea that one thing is more than the other. That $1, $1,000, it's just the relationship we want to create, how much we want to actually engage. So yeah, you can find both if we go to themillionkisses.org or the Patreon, which you'll probably put in the link as well.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, just like you, you're a beautiful, shining being, and I'm so glad you are spreading love and light, your heart, your talent out in the world, and shifting. This is huge, shifting the relationship with money.
Yeah. I appreciate the invitation today to talk about something I'm so passionate about. So thank you for inviting me to do this.
Oh, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Keep up the good work. And can people follow you as well where you're traveling when on your Patreon?
Yeah, that's a good way to at least get connected. And then I put a lot of things on Facebook as well. So you'll find out all those links on the website.
Okay, cool. Well, I gotta know when you're coming to Canada, Ontario, anyways.
I come with invitations, so yeah. Next something.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you. And thank you, everyone else, for joining us today for Be the Expression. So if you'd like to be interviewed, you can go to awakenmagic.com and share your experience, strength, and hope with us all. Bye for now. Bye, darling.